Divorce, back with episode 2 of Redemption Reapers. I think I might have called it Reapers last time. But anyway. Quick intro, which I won't keep doing, but just for people if they're checking me out. I'm a game industry vet, UI UX director. Worked on probably dozens of games at this point. A lot of old mobile games, Guitar Hero for mobile. Worked at Blizzard for 5 years in tech integration, back-end data, mobile design. I was the initiative director for mobile readiness at Blizzard, and I did a lot of data back-end work. Ran the big data team called it Data and Integration Services for a bit. But anyway, it's mostly to know I'm working on NZXT now. We're a PC gaming company, so trying to keep it up with PC games as well as just give a little bit of commentary on the craft of the game, kind of comment on what things I notice while I'm playing. And also, this is a game I'm excited to play. New dark fantasy game from a small Japanese studio. Otherwise, if you like that kind of content, you can check out the podcast that I co-host, the Art Eater podcast. So just look up the Art Eater podcast. Anyway, shorter intro. Let's just jump right in. We got our 3 members of the brigade last time. Probably a 4th member now.
The Morts like to attack from the shadows. Best sharpen your senses if you want to stay alive.
Dude looks like
Lieutenant.
someone, like an actor or something that I recognize, but can't place him.
Any luck? Then the Pesh region has fallen, and we've no word from the Duchy of Orkinen, which means it's likely been wiped off the map.
Damn.
This country is finished. The Mort have seen to that. But we still live. And so long as we draw breath, we will never
Honestly,
give up.
character models
The people
look
who
pretty
took
good.
refuge in the nest are counting on us to keep them safe.
Stylistic, a little bit dated,
We
but
cannot afford another Trojan.
I like the style. It still feels good.
People never
They're all well
shut up
modeled.
about that. What's done is done. Enough already. Anyway, you went to Mount Laos to investigate possible Mort activity, yes? Are you planning to enlighten us as to what you found?
It wasn't good, I'll tell you that much. But the entire story will have to wait. We need to get back to the nest.
Like that it's called the nest. Cool.
I don't like the Mort being this close to the nest.
Those beasts are surging across the land at ferocious speed. It's only a matter of time before they find our home. We have to make our move before that happens. Fortunately, the captain has something in the works.
If that crafty old coot has a plan, we're sitting pretty. But right now, we're killing these Mort, right?
Interesting, a dialogue choice. Sure, let's kill and get some XP. Why not?
They're too dangerous to ignore. Let's take them out before we go.
Music to my ears. Time to die, Mort.
Hold on. No need to wear ourselves down if we can avoid it.
Ah, running is the coward's way, and you know it.
Even still, the nest lies just beyond these woods. So ignore the Mort if you can, and let's just get home. Now move out.
Interesting. Maybe the mission type is not just killing someone. An aspiration. Okay.
Move south, and only engage the Mort when absolutely necessary.
Right.
Way to take the fun out of it.
Alright, let's see. So. Okay, it's fun. They're starting to add a little strategic element in here, which is I could take the path of least resistance down here, but looks like I don't get access to at least 2 loot chests over here. I have to get to these squares to leave. Thornbow we have not seen before. Wretch. The Reaver. Okay. Trying to determine how big of a deal loot is in this game. Also, the chests seem to give story elements, so this part of me thinks that they want you to go this way, but I think it's more just about offering the player a gameplay choice, which I imagine will get more complex as the game goes on. Because we're seeing some stuff like this is clearly much thicker with enemies, but it also has a healing item. We haven't had a lot of trouble with this many enemies in the past, so all these seem to be like mostly new enemies on the right side here. So I don't know, I think I kind of want loot. I think I'm gonna go in here and see if we can make it through. Okay, so our new friend here is Socius. Okay, he was mentioned before in the. This is why it's good to read the the flavor text. He was mentioned a little bit. I guess we didn't find out that much about him, but okay, let's take a look. Even though I'm using the mouse to drag a lot, because it's on a grid, it still is easier to use the keyboard. That's Sarah. There's Glenn. Kind of weird that Glenn's in the back, because you would think he'd be a tank. 11 HP. Well, he has 8. I guess maybe he isn't a tank. Maybe they're just more class-like. I mean, he still has. Well, this guy still has the most HP. Well, yeah, we're gonna. We look like he's very ranged. Ancillary. I'm guessing the Febuary. Basically always defend, because there's not a good reason not to.
Stand together.
Music's not that complicated, but it's just enough. Got a little bit of the defend as well. So you can use this the C key being the back. That guy's gonna have a bad time. Oh, interesting. So, okay, so he's ancillary, which looks like it means that we can't actually control him. That is interesting. All right. We're using the drought really early, but I think it's fine. And I can still. I think I want to. We'll see if I can get. He's not actually adjacent square, so he won't give me a bonus. So let's go for this dude. Yeah, I knew it would drop the counterattack.
Couldn't wait to start the slaughter, huh?
I think we can move her. Should I move her? Yeah.
Your time has come.
Keep it going.
I wonder if I can do both of them, or if it's a choice. That's the first time I had two prompt.
We should proceed carefully.
I can use him to actually counterattack here. Get a nice little. Hopefully that works.
See you in hell. I must finish this.
The assist is a cool system. I guess we can also defend. Okay.
You'll never hurt me.
Really going after the ball. Looks like they don't quite have a backstab in this game. He's just gonna move forward and shoot people. Okay, fine. Does a lot of damage though. I'm okay with that. We're gonna use Butterfly Sting again because it has the counterattack bonus. She missed, wow. Oh.
Ready for more?
Had the assist though. Wow. Oh well. Well, at least gonna move her out of harm's way after that attack. Not adjacent to the loot. Hopefully each one of these guys can just kill the dude. So again with the spear, he can attack to diagonal squares as well as adjacent ones. Nice. Cool. Huh? Interesting that you can attack and move. A lot of strategy games, they treat movement with a much heavier premium, but this game looks like it's probably going to add more layers of strategy just because it's not restricting movement very heavily. Interesting choice. So I attacked and like now I can progress through the battlefield either way.
Out of my way! No run.
I'm not afraid.
Damn it. Retreat to safety.
Oh, okay. Well. It's like I'm maybe getting a little, biting off a little more than I can chew. My plan was to get him to this healing fountain thing, but looks like that did not work out for me. We're doing this thing again because it has a counterattack bonus. Let's get this loot. We'll just kill this guy.
I am. We're making headway.
Keep it tight.
This dude isn't staying that close to us. He's not helping us get our bonus on. I'm gonna move over here actually because I want this chest and I want him to attack me. I don't want to heal yet. Oh wow.
I won't die here.
This doesn't
Whoa.
bode well.
Okay, well, this battle's going great. Maybe fighting through the center was not the best idea.
Another wave has arrived.
Yeah, at least I can get that healing. Yeah, I can kill this dude. Ooh. Nice. Oh. They're all pretty low. We'll be able to eke our way out of this. This may have not been a good plan. I'm looking as I need to get past it. No, I screwed. Miss.
Apologies, but I leave the rest to you.
I think we can still eke our way out of this, but this was a lot harder than I expected. So I collect my relic. I think I still have action points after this. I think I basically just need to survive. Well, I don't see the glowing squares anymore. Maybe that's just... Oh, I think maybe going down the middle or something makes it so that my win condition is... my win condition is killing everybody, so... I think I'm screwed, y'all. Interesting, I got cocky-eyed. Or at least I thought the game was easy enough that I could get through. Get that sweet loot. I wonder if the loot survives losses. We'll find out, I suppose. Well, in this case, I might as well just chill it, take a guy with me, see if I can get through it.
Your time has come.
Got one heal. Likely that I'll kill all three of these dudes unless they miss a lot, but... Enough AP to attack. Let's do it.
I am your
Sure, I'll use the heal. It's gonna that stand in the corner here. They actually do a lot of damage. So the balance of the game is not. I thought it was smart for him to move.
enough.
Your time has come.
Getting lucky here. Hopefully I can take out these two grunt dudes.
I am your enough.
Your time has come.
We've thinned their ranks, but the fight continues.
Huh. So I guess, yeah, it does look like my win condition is now... It's now to kill everything. I can't just I can't just run through. So interesting. It seems the win condition changes. Is actually a pretty fun detail. Because that means, like, you know, things are changing. So I'm curious what more things will get changed. Kind of regret using that that healing vein earlier, but oh well. This guy's pretty tanky. I think I can still get these guys. I'm kind of definitely worried about the situation over here. That's only one of them. Actually, can probably make it through. Oh, it's gonna be real close, but surprisingly early on, tense battle. Difficulty spikes are real. These lower AP, maybe I can get a second attack in when I move up. I'll take it. Nice. Yes. Okay, it's gonna be real close, y'all. because I got to get over to this enemy over here. But the problem being is it's one of the newer ones, so let's see. Let's see what her stats are. At least defend might help. Ooh, nice. Okay. So, 4 attack, 9 accurate, 3 evasion. We're going for broke. Don't need the pushback because I'm going to use all my AP to attack. Okay, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to use to defend, hopefully. I think I'm going to get through it. It seems they're pretty smart. They know that he can attack across diagonals, but I can only attack across adjacent squares. I mean, it's not going to save. It's not going to save her, but it's a nice idea.
I am your doom.
Yes. Wow, that that fight was way closer than I expected. So interesting choice there. That was presented as a branching path, and even though it was definitely possible for you to win that, I mean, we all saw it. I'm lucky that my tankier, so he's definitely tankier. So treating him like, yeah, see, no kidding. Thanks, game. But definitely ramped up the difficulty, but I liked it though. It wasn't the first 2 levels or first 2 areas were clearly just like, you know, more tutorials. So now they're starting to weave in the gameplay elements.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah. I'm okay, but my dad. He protected me, but now I'm the only one left.
It's the best voice actor so far.
Killed everyone. We ran and we ran and we ran, but we couldn't get away. We didn't do anything wrong. Then why? Why?
It's not safe here. Come with us.
Only a single survivor.
The music's getting a little hopeful.
The macabre armies of the Mort began rampaging across the land. One by one, nations crumbled and fell beneath the overwhelming strength of the hordes. Culture, history, days of peace, all crushed beneath their heels. One fateful day, the Ashenhawk Brigade rushed to the aid of a village that was under attack from the Mort. Their mission was to track down any survivors and escort them to safety.
Interesting way to backtell the story.
Boy who escaped death, they returned to their base, the Hawk's Nest, with him in tow.
Wonder if the matters who the narrator is. But
Reporting in, Captain.
Everyone in one piece?
Of course.
And Anissa?
There was only one survivor, a young boy. We took him into our care.
is that Characters
Just
look
one.
good. They're well constructed.
Yes, well, you were right to bring him here. Make sure to keep an eye on him, will you? The child has seen much death this day.
Captain, what drives the Mort to slaughter us with such single-minded fervor? They've never spoken to us, let alone attempted to parley. They just cut us down like wheat before the scythe.
Which is
The
why we
animation's
must fight.
solid,
What?
but they haven't
What
focused much
are
on
they?
the
I couldn't
eyes.
even begin to guess, old friend. Still, I prefer my head to stay firmly on my shoulders, which is why I strap these daggers on each morning. Isn't that the reason you fight? To stay alive?
Well,
It's a nice control of depth of field to give it a
You
bit of a
always weren't
cinematic
too
feel.
serious for your own good.
I wish you'd stop teasing me like this, Captain.
Of the nest.
Nor I.
All the more reason we have to ensure our negotiations go smoothly.
Indeed.
As you can see a little bit of dynamic lighting on the gold filigree that's on his cape.
The memories of what happened 2 years ago weigh ever heavy upon my heart.
None of us will ever forget what happened on the day of the Troden incident. The day we transformed from a band of outcasts into the Faithless Reapers.
A little expository, but
We went astray in that moment. We...
still Unreal Engine.
But this is no
It's nice.
time for regrets. Better to focus our efforts on the Mort.
Speaking of which, I have a report for you.
Go on.
Hair looks pretty good too. Again, stylized, so it's not super realistic, but it's nice. It's consistent. It's got like a nice softness to it. It's got good reflections.
Where are we?
This is the Hawk's Nest, our secret base. Though sadly, it houses more refugees than brigade members these days.
Refugees?
People who fled here after losing their homes to the Mort.
You mean people like me?
Again, seeing some of that nice depth of field.
Yeah.
It's not as it doesn't always come for free in the
Lord.
engine, but I think it's giving it a more
I killed
cinematic quality
everyone.
with less work on the assets, even though they are very well constructed from a modeling perspective.
Time to go to work?
Like some of the pink in the lighting here, that's a bit more artistic than we've seen. The game hasn't
See you
been very
around, kid.
colorful up until now.
And try to eat
But
something,
it's
yeah?
pleasant. Okay. Got 300 gold. I'm gonna invest a lot in Glenn. He seemed, I mean, he carried that battle on his back. So let's see what we got here. We got two. I feel like Butterfly Sting I've actually started using more because the evade counterattack is pretty valuable. 6. All right. Staggering. Create some distance. Okay, so he is a tank because this is basically crowd control. I think I want to do keep the damage reduction up. I mean, I think it did help me through that last battle. This dude. Alright, murder. It's very confusing that he has like a skill that's defending an adjacent ally, but then he has a bonus when you don't have an adjacent ally. I guess maybe it's a bit of a tree where maybe you can kind of choose how much of a dick he is about being, you know, a loner and whatnot. Let's see, do I want... I wonder if... It doesn't really show in the video if he defends automatically or if you have to mark him to defend. I think we're going to save up for these other ones. So this has more might, which I would imagine is like strength. Has lower accuracy though. There's more max range, which is probably helpful. Lower durability. I think it's worth if you can use it. Oh no! Oh, I see. Okay, you can't. Won't let me equip it. So it seems like you have to move it to the characters. I guess it's with you when you pick it up. It's like that kind of thing. So that's better than his spear then. Yeah, he can't equip that. So it's worth to just move it into the chest? Looks like it is. For daggers into the chest as well. I guess you also want to manage the durability. I can see that now. I guess it doesn't hurt for them to carry weapons they can wield to save, to manage for durability, but we'll see how it goes. We'll leave it like that for now. I can upgrade some stuff maybe. But, well, maybe not yet. But okay, so I can repair it. That costs 32 gold. Yeah, sure, why not? This is, I can see, I get it now. Durability is basically a gold sink. So in game design, most people are probably aware of this, but usually you're building off of loops in the game, like a core loop. And usually the loop has a feed, reward, and sink. So you know, play something. You fight monsters to get gold. So you fight monsters, which is the action, and then to get gold, the reward. And then you take the gold to, in this case, increase the durability of, or restore the durability of your weapons, so you can fight more monsters. So you know, kind of see how loops work in the game. So typically, you know, gold or experience is like there's like a baseline currency that runs your game economy, and obviously they're using gold and XP as main sinks, but generally you want loops to feed on each other. So in this case, like this isn't really enabling me to kill more monsters, it's enabling me to have the weapons I want, or proper weapons. So I'm not a huge fan of durability systems, just because like they kind of feel like this, like feel like numbers, but I wonder if it's actually intended for the durability to get hit harder throughout the game, so maybe we have to have them have multiple weapons so that they can switch between them in battle. That would be kind of cool. I like that idea. But if it's just a way of, if it's just a very transparent gold sink, it's not my favorite mechanic. Because then it's just a way to spend your gold. Although Diablo has problems with gold sink. Like even late in the game, you get to the point where you just have so much gold you can't spend it, so they just come up with nonsense where it's like, oh yeah, this thing costs 50,000 gold, which ridiculous. But you know, helps you spend it. So let's see what we got here. So now we can get some accessories. So she's already pretty fast. Well, so in this case, well, speed gives me evasion and speed. So I like her being able to dodge stuff, but what if I give it to him? Or wait, can only one of them use it? I don't know, he gets two. Let me go with him. upgrade anything. Let's see. Maybe the merchant allows us to use our stones. Let's see what we got. Okay. So I can upgrade into a, well, insufficient gold. I guess I spent a bunch of money repairing as I was talking about gold sinks. Okay. Maybe I can upgrade. Well, that's the menu I already had. Okay, so maybe I can't right now. Cool. Let's go into the next story mission.
Lieutenant Swtich returns from a scouting mission, with word that the Mort have claimed an abandoned fort on Mount Laos. Should the mountain fall to the Mort, the nest would be surrounded by hostile forces and unable to resupply. Determined to solve the problem before Mort reinforcements can arrive, Rowan and the Hawks make for Mount Laos.
Still only got 3 characters, it seems. Oh, okay. Scaling up the amount of enemies. Not a ton, I guess, but
This dump is crawling with Mort. Fine by me, though. I'm going to enjoy bathing in their blood.
If we don't do
damn, got
something
dark quick.
about this, the Mort will gather here in even greater numbers. This place is just a stone's throw from the nest. We have to deal with them, and we have to do it now.
How do you want to approach this?
Efficiently. We'll take out the enemy commander.
We ought to kill the lot of them. Come on, Sarah. Back me up here.
another choice. Wonder if this actually changes like what your win conditions are, or if it's just flavor text. Sure, let's go after their leader.
This isn't the time for that, love. We just need to take out the commander.
Come on. You know you want to end them as much as I do.
You can murder everything on your own time.
Our target is the enemy commander. That's an order. There are too many more to handle in a head-on assault.
I wonder if he's actually a commander. They don't seem to listen to each other too much.
Business as usual.
Yes, which is why we're going to do this our way. We launch a surprise attack.
It's the second time they said, we're going to do it our way, the Ashen Brigade way.
The rest will disperse.
Then we won't have to worry about this fort anymore. And the nest will be safe.
Exactly.
Still prefer the outright slaughter plan, but I guess it could be worse.
Remember, we're after their commander. Don't waste time on the weaklings. Now, burn away your fear.
There it is again. Again, I feel like that's something I associate with Japanese style writing, where you see it a lot in Souls games as well, where they have these kind of like aspirational, really evocative things they like to say, you know. And it usually feels kind of obtuse when it's presented, and they might present it in context on screens, you know, the whole like, you know, burn away your fear. You saw it even on the loading screen, the thing that she said in the intro is on there, so it's kind of a stylistic choice, but again, it makes me nostalgic for older games, and it has its own charm to it for sure.
Survive among the ashes.
Clearly, these are mantras that they say, or
No need to tell me twice.
support phrases that the brigade uses, because again, they're using it again and again. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay, so an aspiration is a, as far as I know, it's a win condition, but all right. So where is the enemy commander? Oh, well, highlighted. Butcher sounds very Diablo-ish. here though. Right. This game actually looks like it uses a lot of baked lighting. Like you can see over here, we're not seeing any reaction to the light. This is just animated, but it gives it some atmospheric feel to it. I'm just taking a look at the map right now. So these things to get a little close to the camera, you can see a little bit of the texture normals, but otherwise I'm kind of still kind of enjoy how it looks. It's a little low on color, but they seem to be using just a little bit of orange, and I think it's meant to make it like easier to read the UI. This is the first new environment beyond the forests that we've seen so far. So definitely getting bigger, but let's see. So the point is to basically get to this guy. So I'm gonna blow through here, then up here, and go down here. I'm guessing there's gonna be no way to jump over here or anything. So, but they're not gonna, they all turns as well, so. Okay. And again, this guy is not controllable, he's just helping. Putting our tank in the back. Still gonna take this dude out, I think.
Get your guard up.
Oh, I'm ready.
Is our
You're
butterfly
finished.
thing? Haha. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Maybe I'll get an assist from her.
See hell.
Nope, didn't need to. I killed him. This guy's super squishy. This is a case where it's actually good because I can knock him out of range.
Enough.
Zoom-ins are pretty cool looking. Can I hit him again? No, I can't. But it's fine. I'm gonna move him out of harm's, well, somewhat out of harm's way. Decent chunk of damage. Get eaten up with our tank here. Here's where I'm gonna start getting a little bit more strategic with not running as far out as I can, because, well, no, I'm gonna be safe. I also need to get my dudes up closer. Good that he's doing his tank. He drew the fire. Just go get some damage. Nice. Oh yeah, I can kill him on the next shot then.
I am ready.
I don't have another action, that's fine though. Maybe I can get an assist.
I'm not afraid.
Cool.
We need to break through.
Scratch them with haste.
I wonder if there's going to be more strategy with the countering system, but that is a really interesting mechanic they added, because it makes me think a lot more about the placement of my team. Something that admittedly I may not have been thinking about. Should I put her up front? A little safe. Hopefully defend will help. I mean, this range upstairs isn't great, huh? Let's defend for now. For a heal. Then we're gonna use our anti-counter attack. Well, killed him anyway, so. Hope I can get my tank. There's more bait. That would be cool if he gets an ability later on where I can like do like a taunt or something where I can actually pull aggro. The aggro in the game so far doesn't seem to be consistent, so it may not quite be something that I need to figure into my strategy yet. Although that last fight really caused me to rein back my confidence a little bit, and I don't think there's a difficulty slider or anything like that, so the encounters are probably just balanced around placement and strategy. Oof. Maybe we don't have control of the ancillary character because he's overpowered. Got a lot of damage there.
Your time has come. We can't afford carelessness now.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I can do a diamond attack with him, which I like.
No way to run.
Ooh, cool. I think I'm gonna get her some healing. She'll do Genji style. I need healing. Over here. Dodge it. Ooh. Definitely getting a little intense in this game. Like it's making my heart beat a little bit, but it's good for a strategy game. I like it. All right, tank time. I can probably kill him actually.
No.
And she is definitely gonna get some healing. This is fine.
Say goodnight.
Oh, a lot of damage. I like it. I guess the archers take a lot of damage from. Nice. I'm gonna use my staggering stance to get him down the stairs.
I am your dupe.
To
You'll
save
never
us on the counter attack.
I must
Oh, nice.
finish this.
I wasn't sure if the
We're getting
combined attack
You actually did something.
could happen on the special attacks that have the kind of the fancier zoom in animation, but it looks like so far all attacks can trigger it, which is cool. Interesting. We'll see how hard this boss is down here. Yeah, I assume he's a boss because he's highlighted. Not gonna have to go as far as heal. Can they stand on the same place? I guess they can't. Let's try though. Okay, he's gonna kill her. Again, heart's pumping. Need to move her out of harm's way. Okay. I'm gonna move her back, just in case. I have my healing back. Okay, so I did get restored. Probably. Should I just take this guy? I think I can kill him with him in an attack.
Your time has come.
Ooh, okay, he counters. Good to know. Maybe I can do.
Out of my way!
Didn't need it. Alright. You mentioned before, I do like this this teal highlight. It makes it really easy to see important UI elements. It's a nice touch. Okay. Maybe this is a heal from the ancillary character. That's why it says ancillary. Okay, well. Hopefully this doesn't make me... He did defend him, not that tanky. But maybe I can use it later. That did a tremendous amount of damage.
Enough.
Nice. Well, we didn't even strategize there. Because I was gonna, I was real proud of myself, I was gonna get the triggered attack and then I was gonna move him back to safety and then swap in Sarah, but worked out. I guess we don't try to power through an entire horde of enemies. A this time instead of C, nice.
Well fought, Hawks.
The mortar on the run. This fort won't give us any more trouble.
But I was just getting started. You sure we can't kill a few more?
We've done what we came here to do. Let the stragglers go.
And what happens if the stragglers come back with
We'll leave that to the captain's discretion. There aren't enough of it.
Fine. Have it your way.
Now then, we're done here. Let's head home.
Reporting in, Captain.
Glad to see you all made it back. And not a moment too soon. I've received word Luden's forces are on the move.
Which means...
Yes, it's time to put our plan into motion. With the great nation of Luden lending us their strength, we might finally be able to drive the Mort back.
I'm impressed you managed to talk those peace-drunk milksops into marching off to war.
Peace-drunk milk socks. That's some writing.
It was no small feat, I can assure you.
But the Mort have crushed the life from our nation. And they'll likely set
They'd
their sights on
be very
Luden next.
peaceful with monsters just rampaging and killing people. Although some of the story fragments we had kind of implied that people didn't believe that the Mort existed.
Seriously, they will fall for the sake of their people. They must stand with us now. Oh, and when General Duval voiced his opposition, I told him I had proof he was abusing his position for personal gain.
Ever the beacon of justice.
So you resorted to blackmail to ensure his...
I don't know or care how he interpreted my missive. All that matters is that Luden's forces are on the march. I was told they dispatched an emissary to the nest, but it seems their man got himself stuck in Tolforia.
What's he doing there? The route from Luden to the nest doesn't take you anywhere near that place.
Your guess is as good as mine. But if he doesn't find his way here soon, our plans are dead in the water.
So now we're playing babysitter to some lost kid? Give me a break.
Urs and Karin are making their way there now. Sarah, Glenn, Luff, I know you just returned, but I need you to help them track down our wayward friend from Luden.
The great nation of Luden has begun its offensive against the Mort hordes. Their armies are the last glimmer of hope for a people beset by terror and devastation. Looking to set his own plan in motion, Rowan sends the Ashen Hawks to Tolforia to find Lorthos, a Luden emissary. Having received their orders, Sarah and the others set off.
All right. Look at our archive. We didn't check last time. So, not a lot added, so. What about sheet of paper? Oh, that's not as thing. Pike. Items, let's see, so, yep, Smart is following. Not to turn to pay for his meals. Kind of funny. Just, like to run out of the bill. Interesting story to be attached to an item. This we'll see when we can use these stones eventually. Let's go, people. Let's see what we got here. So Rowan. Okay, he's an orphan. Okay, so he's in Socius since he was a child. Socius. Okay, so he's trying to be emotionless. Although I think some of the fact that they don't blink is probably just a scope thing. It's actually pretty time consuming to write scripts and stuff that manage the eye processes. So I think the characters still look pretty good though. So he's like an adopted father. That's kind of cool. They didn't quite come out in the dialogue, but kind of see it now. So something about his cooking might come up. Probably a mini game or something. Sorry about some more. Okay. So you've seen Thornbows in the last two. So they're basically a ranged revert, sounds like. So it seems like you want to close the distance on them. So Thornbow Butcher was again kind of Diablo-ish first boss. Maybe they're trying for an homage there, I don't know. This seems to imply though that this is not one enemy. The Butcher's just a more powerful type, so I think it's probably not like a pure boss. I'm sure we'll see him again calling it now. We're going to see some fights where we have to fight multiple butchers at a time. Alright, so skirmishing looks like you can just kind of go back to the battlefield. We don't need to do that, but just checking it out. So training. She's really close though. Can I got her to level up? Nice. Okay, so you get like a shared XP pool, but characters also level up. But it's kind of cool. It gives you like a little bit of strategy so you can target it. In this case, you can invest in your tank because he's definitely helping us quite a bit. I think Glenn so far is my favorite, but in D&D and stuff I play paladins and tanks, so it seems like Sarah's more of a rogue, and Lug is kind of like a speedy DPS character. So that makes sense that I would like the tankier dude with crowd control. Yeah, the art's nice. And I thought it wasn't very colorful at first, but it's kind of grown on me a little bit, and you can actually see that there is a little bit of like red and maroon. This is a little bit green. Looking over here, this is also not quite black, it's a little bit green. It's got a nice tint. This leather is a little bit more brown. He's got a bit more red here. I mean, they're very intricate costumes, and they got kind of a nice, vampire hunter type feel, but kind of enjoying it. I am hoping that we're going to start upgrading armor, getting a different look, but as I'm looking at, I see mostly weapons as a thing that you equip. So, don't think we need to repair anything right now. Any more accessories? No, I think we're good. No items I can upgrade. Alright, well that's going to be it for episode 2. And yeah, next time we'll be, I guess, move into the next battle. But thanks for watching. And enjoying the game so far. It's starting to ramp up. Starting to get more tense, and that kind of first battle I got real close to losing, so should not be cocky. But yeah, so I've been Diborsk. You can follow me on Twitter at Diborsk, DIBRSK, and of course also you can check out my podcast that I co-host, the Art Eater Podcast. Again, if you're interested in the craft of games, anime, films, media, and especially like talking about creators and how the stuff is built and how it's created. I mean, we invite on tons of guests from all over the industry, from the game industry, from animators to concept artists. We focus heavily on games, but yeah, so if you like that kind of content. Otherwise, thanks.